Introducing to the blue corner, fighting out of Dragons, Oliver Jessiman!
By Jessiman, the Mongkon. That is the traditional Thai headwear for the ring.
Yeah.
Sign of respect to your gym, to Thai boxing as a sport.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting backstory going into this one. So Oliver Jessiman from Dragons has recently had a head kick knockout where he was knocked out himself on Victory Promotions, and Lee Forrest has recently had a head kick knockout. So
we'll see how that turns out in this fight. Look at you with your background research.
I know. Forrest coming in, throwing a head kick straight away as well.
Nice right kick there. There we go. An aggressive clinch to start off there. Forrest landing a couple of shots in the corner.
Yeah, Forrest has started out really aggressive, coming forwards.
Forrest a southpaw so far, at least. Ooh, goes a little high with that kick. And Forrest returns.
Yeah, nice little smile from Forrest there when Jessiman threw that kick.
There we go. You definitely don't want to get caught with your foot outside the ring, do you? A knee there. And again, I got to say, I like that from Jessiman. You know, just hanging the knee up there, getting your shin in the way of potential firing knees back at you.
Yeah, the only detriment there is obviously he had his knee up, and Forrest hit him with a flurry of punches to the head there. So
absolutely,
you've got to make sure when that knee's up, those hands are still up at the same time.
Both men giving it offensively. I would say that if I were to be Mr. Jessiman, then you might want to work a little bit more on actually countering those shots. You can't just carry on taking them. Again, like we said earlier, this does come down to an accumulation of damage. You know, you're going to feel those strikes. You know, even you catch a kick on the arm, you know, you catch it on the forearm. I've seen forearms broken that way. You think you're blocking it, and you're actually worse off.
Yeah, it's not a good sight when that happens. But I think that first round, Forrest has come out a bit more aggressive, landed some good punches. He's throwing, you know, really strong punches on the front foot. But I think towards the end of that round, I saw a bit of blood coming out of the nose of Forrest, so he must have been
definitely been clipped.
Hit with a good few clean punches there from Jessiman. But a good first round to start off.
What would you be doing differently for these two young gentlemen?
I think you were spot on with Jessiman. You know, you can't just take the punches, you've got to throw them back. You know, don't just be on the back foot. He's done well defending within the clinch, you know, defending those knees. I think just showing a little bit more aggression, trying to push forward on the front foot here.
There we go, and you see that immediately. Forrest taking the centre, coming forward. Strike, and a knee.
So lovely combination, setting up that knee with the hands before.
Absolutely, turns in, puts him in the corner. So far, you have to say that Forrest is showing more strength in the clinch. Couple of knees fired back by Jessiman.
Yeah, Jessiman being quite defensive in the clinch. You know, he's using the knee across the body to block, but he's not being very offensive.
Good check there.
Yeah, lovely cross-body check from Forrest there.
Goes for it there, goes high. Lands a left cross down the pipe. Firing back is Jessiman.
Nice inside low kicks there, as you were talking about earlier, Kieran.
Again, do you know what? It's the balance. The Forrest is clearly incredibly balanced when he's throwing them kicks. He fires it up there. You see, there's no stumble, there's no anything. He just fires it, and he could throw one immediately afterwards. Very impressive.
Yeah, he's good at getting that outside foot placement as well. It's very subtle, but when he throws, he's just taking that small step to his right-hand side to open the way for those left crosses and left kicks.
Again, Jessiman, I think he's thrown like 5 or 6 of those rear roundhouses in a row. He's got to be mixing in some other offense, otherwise it just becomes a little bit predictable when your opponent only has to worry about one technique coming back.
Yeah, Jessiman, he's doing a good job of circling round to the left though.
That's a good dodge.
He's doing a good job of circling around to the left, avoiding the big left hand and the big left kick, but hard work from him at the minute with Forrest coming forward so strong.
Absolutely. Forrest providing a very, very tricky puzzle for Jessiman to work out.
I think you've got to say as well, when you've had a recent knockout where you have been, knocked out with a head kick, some people will come back in and they can forget that and they'll fight completely normal. Some people, it might play on their mind slightly. It's tough to get back in there after that kind of thing happens.
Absolutely. I mean, the mental game is, as much a part of it as the physical, and those kind of things will have an impact. You might know that your opponent has had a recent sort of head kick knockout. You may think that, people have specialist techniques. They have things that they've practiced 1,000 times, and that's their specialty. And I'm not being funny, Forrest has thrown several head kicks. He's really letting him know that is there. He fires a teep up the middle, a front kick.
There's a nice start there from Jessiman, being a bit more aggressive, which is good to see.
Absolutely. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get backed up into that corner. Good couple of knees exchanged. Tries to throw that left hook on the outbreak. Good body shot, followed by the roundhouse, slightly blocked. I'd say if I'm Jessiman, he just needs more than that right kick. He needs to be throwing more than just his roundhouse. It's landing on occasion. For every, sort of 1 or 2, he is landing.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of, stepping towards the left-hand side and getting that right kick off, but I think he just needs to set it up with something.
There we go. He's got the plum on the inside. You'd want to think he'd want to be nice and aggressive with the knees. Comes in with a crossbar, and referee separates. Gentlemen, straight back into it, straight back into that clinch.
Jessiman being, quite defensive in the clinch with that crossbar. I don't know if he might find some more success with the throws as he has done just there.
Absolutely beautiful little trip. But again, he just goes back to that sort of naked rear kick. And as I've said over and over again, you can't just throw kicks. They will be countered, they will be dodged. They're just that little bit too slow without some kind of boxing, a few feints just to mix it up, to get your opponent's, head off of your feet, off of your kicks.
Yeah, we saw towards the end of that last round as well, Jessiman threw a couple of nice hooks to the body, which is good to see. As I've said in previous fights, when you've got a taller fighter, you need to go to that body, you need to put in that work and wear them down.
I mean, even just on a physical level, it's difficult punching upwards. You punch in an upward trajectory, it just takes that little bit more. You're fighting gravity. It may not feel like a lot if you're just doing one, but you got 5 rounds of that. So you've got the body essentially right in front of you.
Yeah, it was good to see as well, Jessiman going for the throw in the clinch there as well. As a shorter fighter, maybe he could even go for almost like a double underhook and a throw from there. If he's not getting that, he's getting kneed a lot, and that crossbar's not doing it for him.
And he's not really firing the knees back. He's not, what he is throwing, there's sort of maybe more glancing blows. So again, if it's not working, you've got to try something else. You've got to have a different, you've got to have plans A, B, C, D.
But yeah, that throw works. I'd like to see him go to that a little bit more when he gets involved in the clinch here.
A good catch in there. Breaks the distance. That winds up in the clinch. Ooh.
Nice knee on the exit there from Jessiman, and a nice right body kick to follow.
There we go, and you got to think that one had a little bit more to it. He just got his opponent's attention. He sort of faked across and then went for that roundhouse.
Yeah, and you saw Forrest there on the back foot for one of the first times in the fight there. Jessiman putting the pressure on him, and a good throw inside.
Got to be very careful about that knee. Okay, you got to make sure that obviously in Thai boxing you don't throw them over the knee. Deemed legal there, seemed absolutely fine. A little hold onto the ropes there. Good couple of strikes from Forrest. Oh,
yeah, nice lean back body kick there from Jessiman.
I'd say, I think that's the second or third time he's landed that sort of like, or pulled off the lean back.
And again, he's going a lot more now for that almost body lock throw from the clinch, and he's having a lot more success with that.
Definitely, there he is again. But again, maybe Forrest just teeing him up, letting him know that the head kick is there. If he keeps dodging back, it just takes one mistimed sway and then you're catching that on the tip of your nose. Oh, thudding!
Massive right hand.
And that concludes our next round.
But I mean, Jessiman, his chin, very good chin there. That right hand, we heard that from where we're sat. That was a massive right hand over the top, and
can't say I'd want to take it.
No, and he looked fine after that. He didn't stumble. His legs look underneath him.
Have to say, both men looking good, very well conditioned. They're not completely slowing down.
And I think we saw a lot more aggression there as well from Jessiman in that last round. We saw him coming forward a lot more than we've seen in the previous rounds.
You have to believe that his corner has been on his case and just saying you cannot stand just on the outside taking kicks. You have to do something, and sometimes it's just biting down and getting a bit more aggressive, getting in your opponent's face, disrupt their game plan.
And, some fighters, they take a little bit of time to warm up, get used to their opponent, but much better round from Jessiman there.
Definitely a nice little show of respect there, and these lads going straight to war. Kick on the break. Forrest, sharp kick, misses that one, suffers a low kick for his troubles. I'd say one technique that Forrest has been going to a lot is that lead right hook. Obviously being a southpaw is something that can just sneak behind that front hand of an orthodox fighter.
Yeah, and it's a lovely setup from a southpaw as well to throw that left body kick or left high kick as well.
Have we kept a tally of how many right kicks Jessiman's thrown? Because I want to know those stats.
I don't, but I would like to know those stats as well.
Forrest comes in, clinching. Not sure if that was a big grin or a grimace on his face. Can't tell from this angle, probably a grimace. Hits it there. Right hook comes in. And they clinch up. Referee looking to see some more action from them. Big swinging left hook.
Again, another throw from the clinch from Jessiman.
Hook to knee. I think Forrest still managing to pull off a few more strikes in a row than Jessiman. I think that's been the biggest difference maker in these later rounds. Jessiman's got these single shots. He's obviously,
back as
that
well,
sway
there.
back is doing him a service, but look, there it is. Oh, he catches it right at the end of the round.
Massive left head kick to end the
Big
round
head
there.
kick. And do you know what? Win, lose or draw, I bet he's happy that he took that one on the chin.
And he did as well. He took that. He's still okay. He's walking round. Great fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for our fighters in the ring.
after that action, we go to the judges' scorecards. We have a unanimous decision for the blue corner.